Ladies, gentlemen, and fellow chaos gremlins of the internet, gather round, because I need to yell about the anime that grabbed my brain, shook it like a maraca, and left me chanting birdhead supremacy at 3 a.m. If someone told you the best virtual reality game anime of recent years, nay, of all time, would star a dude rocking a buff chicken head, a bare chest that screams armor is for cowards, and shorts so impractical they make a beach bum blush, you laugh. Until you choked on your energy drink. I laughed too, I cackled, I scoffed, and then I watched Shangri-La Frontier, and now I'm out here screaming, go chicken, punch, louder than a World Cup final crowd when the underdog scores in overtime. Let's get one thing straight. Shangri-La Frontier isn't here to play nice or follow the rules of normal anime. It's not trying to be your stoic sword swinging epic or your tear-jerking drama about virtual friendships. Nah, this show is a feral beast. A glorious digital circus that juggles absurdity, adrenaline, and gamer culture with the confidence of a speedrunner dodging a banhammer. It's the kind of anime that doesn't take itself seriously, but somehow ends up being deadly serious about delivering the most thrilling, charismatic, and downright unhinged ride of the season. And the craziest part? It makes you believe in it. You believe in the chicken head. You believe in the madness. You believe this half-naked lunatic is the hero we all need. Meet Rakuro Hizurame, the absolute mad lad at the heart of this pixelated pandemonium. That's his government name, but you won't care about it because in the game, he's Sunraku, a name that echoes through the servers like a war cry. Forget your typical MMO heroes with their glowing capes, enchanted helmets, and tragic backstory. Sunraku rolls up with a ridiculous bird head mask that looks like it was looted from a cursed petting zoo, a pair of shorts that violate every OSHA regulation, and an open chest that laughs in the face of both fashion and basic survival instincts. He's not here to look cool. He's here to be cool in the most chaotic, unapologetic way possible. Don't let the poultry vibes fool you. This man is a beast. Sunraku is the kind of player who'd solo Elden Ring naked, no shield, no heals, just parries in a dream. He's the guy who beat Dark Souls with a broken controller and still complained it was too easy. His superpower? A sixth sense for sniffing out the most broken, buggy, soul-crushing games ever coded. We're talking titles so unbalanced they make a developer cry, with glitches that crash your rig and interfaces designed by someone who hates humanity. And Sunraku? He doesn't just play these games, he dominates them. He thrives on the pain, feasts on the frustration, and comes out the other side with a grin and a new personal best. Now, enter Shangri-La Frontier, the full dive VR MMO that serves as the stage for Sunraku's glorious rampage. This isn't your average virtual world with cookie-cutter quests and generic dragons. Shangri-La is a living, breathing beast of a game. The kind of place where you feel everything. The weight of your sword as it cleaves through a goblin. The sting of rain on your face during a storm. The gut punch of a minotaur's horn rearranging your ribcage. It's a game so immersive, you'd need a manual thicker than a phone book and a therapist on speed dial to survive it. The ecosystem is straight up unhinged. Not just monsters and NPCs, but factions with grudges, rivalries that spark wars, dynamic quests that shift on the fly, and an economy that reacts to every dumb thing players do. Kill a forbidden boss. The map redraws itself. The lore rewrites itself. The world moves on, leaving your name carved in its history, or your corpse, buried in its code. Sunraku struts into this masterpiece of a game like a kid wandering into a candy store with a flamethrower, while normal players are out here min-maxing their builds, grinding for optimal gear, and following meta strategies like good little sheep. Sunraku plays like a wild animal who just discovered Wi-Fi. He's not here to game the system, he's here to break it. He picks the worst starting gear, ignores tutorials, and dives headfirst into the kind of challenges that make veteran players log out and rethink their life choices. Why? Because for Sunraku, a good game isn't about winning, it's about turning the developer's worst nightmares into his personal playground. Let's talk about Weatherman, the Storm God. Because this boss fight is where Shangri-La Frontier flexes so hard it rips the fabric of reality. Picture Gandalf if he ditched the wizard robes, hit the gym, and decided to become a weather-controlling warlord. Weatherman is a force of nature, literally. He flies, hurls lightning bolts like they're going out of style, summons hurricanes that rearrange the terrain, slows down time just to mess with you, and cackles while you flail like a noob who forgot how to dodge. This isn't a boss you fight solo. This is a raid boss, designed for entire guilds of sweaty tryhards with spreadsheets and voice chat. And what does Sunraku do? He looks at this nightmare, cracks his knuckles, and says, "Bet I can solo him." Underleveled, no armor, with nothing but a talking bunny sidekick and a death wish. The fight is absurd. It's like someone took a secret Final Fantasy boss, cranked it to 11, and then injected it with pure, uncut anime adrenaline. The animation by Studio C2C is so stunning it feels illegal. Particles explode across the screen, lightning cracks like a whip, rain blurs the chaos, and colors pop like the game's graphics card is begging for mercy. There's sound design that hits you in the chest, flashbacks that make you question your own sanity, and moments where you swear you can see Sunraku's internal organs taking a vacation. And yet it's believable. You believe this unhinged chicken man can win. You're not just watching. You're there sweating, yelling, praying he lands that one clutch parry. And when he does, you're on your feet screaming like you just won the lottery because Sunraku didn't just beat Weatherman, he made history. The cast around Sunraku is just as unforgettably chaotic, like a Discord server of misfits who accidentally became legends. First up, there's Emul, the bunny mascot, who's equal parts adorable fluffball and desperate therapist trying to keep Sunraku alive. This little gremlin hops around screaming encouragement, dodging explosions, and wondering why she signed up for this madness. Then you've got Sidra Zero, the warrior queen who crashes into scenes like a meteor, wrecking everything and making Sunraku sweat bullets just by existing. She's all business, no mercy, and you can tell she's one bad day away from uninstalling the game entirely. Don't sleep on Arthur Pensilgon, the dramatic genius fighter who feels like he escaped from a violent Broadway musical. This guy doesn't just fight. He performs, turning every battle into a Shakespearean tragedy with extra sword swings. And then there's Oikatsu, the chill bro who plays for fun but hits like a freight train. I imagine Shikamaru from Naruto if he decided to spec into Berserker mode and wield a warhammer. Oikatsu's got that vibe, all lazy smirks and devastating crits. When this crew teams up, it's like watching a raid group of strangers who bonded over shared trauma and too many energy drinks. Their plans are nonsense, their synergy is a fever dream, but somehow it works. They're not just a party, they're a walking glitch in the game's code, rewriting the rules with every step. What makes Shangri-La Frontiers so addictive isn't just the fights or the world, it's the humor. This show doesn't lean on cheap gags or slapstick. The comedy comes from Sunraku's sheer audacity, treating the most ridiculous situations. With the cold, hard logic of a scientist explaining why jumping off a cliff is a valid speedrun strat. Oh, this boss killed me 38 times? I must be close to cracking it. Only Sunraku thinks like that. I'm gonna use a skill that only triggers when I'm half dead, facing backwards and holding a cursed dagger. Why? Because he can. It's hilarious because everyone else in the game is terrified. NPCs, players, even the monsters, while Sunraku's out here trying to fist bump a dragon just to see if it unlocks a hidden quest. And let's talk about the world itself, because Shangri-La isn't just a backdrop, it's a character. The cities pulse with life, each one with its own vibe, from neon-lit markets packed with shady merchants to ancient ruins hiding secrets that make your skin crawl. The weapons are so detailed, you can practically feel their weight. Every sword, spear, and cursed chicken mask is crafted with love and a touch of madness. The bosses? They're not just enemies, they're nightmares pulled from the darkest corners of a game designer's mind. Each one a puzzle, a spectacle, and a middle finger to anyone who thought they were ready. The lore is so deep you could drown in it, with every corner of the map whispering stories of forgotten heroes, betrayals, and events that shift based on what players do. You feel the care poured into every pixel, every line of code. It's the kind of world you'd sell your couch to. Explore, if only full.VR were real. The animation is where Studio C2C deserves a standing ovation. They didn't just animate a show, they built a gamer's fever dream and made it look like $1 million. The camera zooms and spins like it's on a Red Bull bender. The music slaps harder than a boss's AoE attack. And the fights? They're pure, uncut adrenaline. You forget you're sitting on your couch eating instant ramen. You're in Shangri-La, dodging claws, praying your stamina bar holds, and yelling at Sunraku to stop taunting the thing with 12 health bars. It's not just a show, it's an experience. The kind that leaves you Googling, is Shangri-La Frontier a real game at 4 a.m., only to be crushed by reality. At its core, Shangri-La Frontier is about one truth. You don't need to be the generic hero with a shiny sword and a speech about teamwork to change the game. You can be a glitchy, half-naked weirdo with a bird head playing through lag, bugs, and existential pain and still come out on top. Sunraku's not a chosen one, he's just a guy who loves a challenge, who'd rather die 100 times than take the easy path. He's the patron saint of underdog gamers, the ones who boot up impossible games not for the loot, but for the fight. He doesn't want rewards handed to him. He wants to earn them through blood, sweat, and a questionable life choices montage. This anime doesn't just compete with the top tier shounens out there, it laps them. It's got heart-pounding fights that rival Demon Slayer, comedy sharper than Gintama, and a cast so memorable they'd make One Piece jealous. It's a love letter to masochistic gamers, a parody of MMO culture, and a glowing tribute to anyone who's ever stayed up all night chasing a boss's final health bar. Shangri-La Frontier takes the dumbest idea, a chicken-headed maniac tearing through a virtual world, and makes it glorious. All it takes is courage, a disregard for sanity, and a bird mask that says, "I'm here to ruin everything." So log in, strap on your VR headset or just your imagination, and join Sunraku in the wildest game ever played. Just don't expect to leave with your dignity intact. And if you made it this far, you've earned the right to suggest the next anime for analysis and review. Subscribe, it's Dante Cry until the next video.